Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Mandalorian, Season 3, Episode 4, Chapter 20 of this stupendous show. Last week's episode was utter dog. Sorry, am I cussing too early in the intro, Corey?
Yeah, we're about to get demonetized. No, I don't think that word is that bad. There's another word you could use that would get you demonetized.
Just censor it.
Okay.
Last week's episode was probably, without a shadow of doubt, actually, the worst episode in the history of The Mandalorian. So you can only go up from there. And I trust Daddy Dave and I trust Daddy Jean and am willing to wait to see the vision. But I am so glad I never have to watch that episode again. So, recapping it, even though I don't want to, we got Din and Bo for about 7.5 minutes, and then 43 minutes of New Republic.
Before we get into that, bo-katan didn't tell Din what she saw underwater.
Yeah. And then we went to Coruscant, which was cool.
Don't forget about the ship battle.
Ship battle.
Well, the dogfight. The whole dogfight.
That was in that episode?
Yeah, it was at the beginning.
I think that was at the...
No, it was at the beginning. They go back to Bo-Katan's planet. They some TIE fighters start chasing them, and they start taking them out one by one. And then after all that epicness, you see some bombers show up, and they hit Bo-Katan's castle. And they have to... Bo-Katan is like just going crazy to take them out, but so many reinforcements show up, they have to get out of there. And then... It just goes straight from there to Coruscant. Yeah. Which is cool seeing Coruscant and Dr. Pershing again. And what is the Moff Gideon's underling's name?
So I forgot. But
I feel like they said it at least once last episode. I forgot it.
I want to say it was like Kelly or Bailey or something.
Something that ends with Lee.
Yeah. I did read an interesting theory that, we don't know what's going on with Moff Gideon right now.
Yeah.
Because they mentioned that, he might have escaped somehow. But I think it would make a lot of sense for the underling to be serving Thrawn. Who I guess Moff Gideon would thus be serving. So I just saw like a theory somewhere related to that. And I was like, that would make a lot of sense given where we're at and why all this seemed so random. It would make sense to kind of be planting the seed of Thrawn now.
Yeah.
When we're so that episode could not have been more out of place. And I think that's really my issue with it. If it was broken up, like those 40 something minutes spent on Coruscant, if it was broken up into it was Elia Kane. Kane, yeah. If it was broken up, like this episode's 33 minutes, last week's was 53. If that 53 minutes was broken up to where, 40 and 40 and a little bit more Din Djarin over there, a little bit more Coruscant over here, maybe it would have been better. I think just after the Mythosaur reveal, going to a separate plot line that nobody cares about yet. So interesting, but whatever. Anyway, it's in the past. What did we end on?
They went to the planet with all the other Mandalorians to the cave, and they tested the water there. And it turns out that he wasn't capping. He actually did bathe in the living waters along with Bo-Katan, even though that wasn't really her goal but she dived in there to save him. Paz Vizsla was not happy about it. Like when everyone's saying this is the way and congratulating them, you just see him brooding over in the corner, lurking.
So we've talked briefly about the Vizslas and the Krees, and you'll discover a little bit more about this as we get into more of the animated stuff. But there's just this history between Bo-Katan and pre-Vizsla, who I'm not sure about his relation to Paz, but I imagine Paz is young enough to have been involved in some way, shape, or form with Death Watch, which is what they were known as the time. So there's a lot more there than just his dislike for Din. Now that Din has showed up with Bo-Katan, the bane of the existence of the people of Mandalore. Yeah, I can't imagine he'd be a very happy camper, as he's already grouchy as shit anyway.
Yeah.
So, anything else? I mean, that episode was so insignificant. They fried Dr. Pershing's brain.
I think that was like the most significant part of that plot line. Like, she deceives him and then ends up frying his brain. Why is the question?
So I'm thinking it could have either been to cover up the secrets of the Empire, their cloning, or to turn him back into their servant, basically. But I feel like frying his brain would not leave many smarticle particles left in it. So I'm leaning towards the first one.
Okay.
And it's just being Kane was trying to cover the tracks of Moff Gideon's plan / Thrawn's plan /
They want to keep everything under wraps, and he's a loose end.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. So.
I mean, it makes sense.
All right. Well, I'm ready to get into this short but sweet episode, hopefully.
Me too.
You got anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, before we do, hit that like button for us. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our uploads at all. Plenty of Star Wars content coming you guys' way this year. New stuff, old stuff. We're working on some stuff behind the scenes, and when we announce it, we'll announce it over in our free Discord. First, at least. That link's in the description below, along with a link to our Patreon where you can get full-length reaction to all of our content, 2-week early access to select reactions, and we have links to our social medias, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram. And yeah, I think that's it. Let's get into it.
Let's go. Are they training right now?
I couldn't tell if this was old or new.
Oh my.
It's a little
extreme for training.
Just shooting rockets into the...
I don't think the fish are very happy. Grogu's just vibing.
Oh, I thought he was using the Force. I'm just realizing they're like crabs.
I didn't know that. Thought he was using the Force too. Oh no, he's gonna eat it.
Obviously gonna try to eat it.
Playtime's over. Next challenger.
Oh my god. Is he ready?
Oh, this is the newest one.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
He challenges.
He is too small.
I am his ward. Proceed.
Why doesn't he wear a helmet?
He is too young to speak the creed, and so too young to wear a helmet.
Then he's too young to fight.
He's
One
like,
does
yeah,
not speak unless
true.
one knows.
Well, I know.
Perhaps this lesson is for you then.
Bro.
Don't worry. My dad was the same way. He's just proud.
It's like a little wrist-mounted Nerf gun.
Begin.
Oh, that's one.
Point.
Don't look at me, look at him.
Begin. Point.
I've seen what you can do. Show them.
Let's see a backflip.
Begin.
Close enough. Oh, there it is.
Backflip, baby.
All
I
three.
think that's just,
Winner.
is that not cheating?
There you go.
I don't know. The other kid was shooting him once per round.
Me.
One doesn't speak unless one knows.
Oh man.
What is it, Skyrim?
It's arc.
Whoa.
Follow it to its lair.
What's up with like random animals picking fights?
It's a hostile planet. If the dinosaurs never went extinct, this is what it'd be like for us. Actually, we probably wouldn't be here.
Well, that sucks.
I'm out of fuel. It always gets away.
Well, she's smarter than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Imagine how stupid they feel.
Yeah. Like it can fly indefinitely, and you go out there with your jetpacks that have a limited fuel source. And you have ships. Come on now.
Come, Grogu. If you wish to become a Mandalorian, there is much work to attend to.
The armor being a babysitter.
The Forge can reveal weaknesses.
Looks so concerned. Oh my god, he's having a Order 66 flashback.
The elevator! Get the youngling into Kelleran! Go!
I do not know who Kelleran is.
Everything's gonna be all right, kid.
Got one fleeing on sub-level platform 1215. Blast them.
Oh. Well, apparently he's like that.
Simply him. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have been standing on the ledge. This is nuts.
Yeah, I'm liking this flashback.
Oh, well, that's not ideal.
No. Is the train coming? Right.
Yeah, that's an oops. Oh, this is weird. We were just there in last episode.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What?
Whose ship is that?
Padme's.
Kelleran back?
They're right behind me.
What about the others?
There are no others.
Take the ship. It's fueled and ready to go. Come on.
This doesn't make sense. I guess it's not Padme's ship, but it's the same model.
Same model.
That's crazy.
Mandalorian steel shall keep you safe as you grow stronger.
Is that like Rhino that he beat up in season 1?
Yep. It's got a little chest plate. He probably wishes he had that earlier when he got hit by the darts.
I was just lugging around a Gatling gun.
It's crazy, man.
How do you eat when other people are around?
You don't. When you get your food, you go off to find a place where you can take off your helmet.
You are the leader of the war party. You have the honor of staying by the fire. This is the way.
Nah, he's just trying to catch you with your helmet off. It's a trap. That's really interesting. So they all just go their separate ways and take their helmets off to eat? As long as no one
Culture's
sees
so
you, you're
weird.
fine.
The rapid
Yeah.
lair is atop the highest peak.
They need to set up some anti-air for when those big birds fly over.
Yeah. Or just have the guards actually know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Just waiting for one person to fall and like, probably be Din.
That nest is made of tree branches.
I want to know what makes him think he's still going to be alive.
I see a heat source there.
Wait until we clear the area.
He's my son.
Oh.
Interesting.
Ragnar! Ragnar!
Oh, God.
Wrong kind of heat source.
And there's Mommy Bird. Oh, my God.
Oh, bruh. This kid's going through hell. What? Okay, Paz.
The bird said this one will last us for 3 days. Oh.
Going for a swim.
That's not good. What just fell off? Shoulder pad?
Well.
Nice grab. It's like the biggest belly flop of all time.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Oh. That's one of our buddies from before. I think in the first episode. The gator.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is the way.
This is the way.
All right. Looks like Paz might come around after all. Just had to save his son from death. And him.
That's how they clap. That's cool.
Yeah.
You have done the highest honor of the creed, saving a foundling.
This is the way.
This is the way.
And we have brought you 3 more foundlings in need of care and training.
Is that so?
It's the birds? No.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
You're in need of a repair.
Yep.
Come with me.
This is the way.
What's missing, but not with its modern refinements. Shall I inlay the signet of the night owl?
The mythosaur.
Would it be acceptable to wear one pauldron of the night owl and another with the mythosaur?
It is always acceptable to wear.
Let's go.
I would like that.
She's got ambitions.
She's becoming obsessed. The way she said, I would like that. Ugh. I love her character so much.
What would you say if I told you I saw one?
Oh, she's opening up about it.
That you saw what?
A mythosaur.
I would say you are very lucky. It is a noble vision.
No, I mean a real one. Beneath the living waters on Mandalore.
When you choose to walk the way of the Mandalore, you will see many things.
But it was real.
She's gaslighting her right now.
This is the way.
So that means she's gonna have to tame it.
That was a good episode.
Like, yeah. Thank you. Damn. Wow. I was actually sitting there too, and I'm like, that is so shitty of them to kill the mother bird and leave the 3 baby birds, but I'm going to ignore it for the sake of the show.
Yeah. Glad they brought
And they
him
went
back.
back and got him. I don't know how they fit him on that ship, but that's for a different... We can just pretend.
Probably very crammed in there.
Yeah. I wish it wasn't so short. But like this was way more enjoyable than the 53-minute episode last week. I'll take this any day.
I'll give it a positive for last week's episode. We got to see a lot of Coruscant, and they reused some of those same locations in this episode, which is really cool just to see Coruscant fleshed out like that, because I'm pretty sure we're seeing parts of it that are original that we've never seen before in the movies or anywhere else. They've made additions.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh, you're good.
You've 26 hours at this point. And we got more Order 66, more of Grogu's flashback. A new Jedi that survived Order 66. Kellerman.
Was it Kellering?
Kellerman Beck? Kellering?
Something.
I literally have it right here. Hang on. Kellerin Beck.
Kellerin
Beck.
He's badass.
Yeah.
The dual wield sabers.
He picked up that second saber and he's like, let's go.
Hey, props to that one guy as well, in the red armor, who was like holding off the clones.
Oh, those were Naboo's security guards.
Yeah, that Naboo security guard, like that one specifically, he was amazing.
All right, I'm just now realizing, and putting two and two together, that the guy who plays Kellerman Beck is the voice actor for Jar Jar Binks.
Oh God! Well, Kellerman Beck is already a better character.
The bar was low, so he could have been a talking freaking donkey, which I guess is basically what Jar Jar was. So it looks like, I'm just Googling what I can find. Kellerman Beck is a character in a game show called Jedi Temple Challenge. And was brought back in this. Interesting. I have to do some more reading before next week, but any Jedi that survives Order 66 is like freaking gold.
Yeah.
To me. I just want to know more. I can't get a read on bo-katan, man. I can't. Well, I just can't.
We know she wants the mythosaur. Not sure if she wants to rule Mandalore solo right now, or I mean, she didn't tell Den, so I don't know. She's got big ambitions.
I would think she does want to rule.
Mm-hmm.
But then she risks her life on that trip to save the Foundling. Like, doesn't exactly scream, I want to rule.
She got commended as soon as she got back from the armor and said it was like the highest thing you can do is save a Foundling.
Yeah, and that could be part of her deeper play, but it's just like seems extra risque for her to do that. But you know,
I mean, at the same time, it's just like the right thing to do morally. It's a kid that got snatched up by a giant bird, and if you have the means to rescue him, you know, you got a ship, you're a badass Mandalorian, might as well. Don't let the kid be bird chow. And if they would have got there any later, he would have been. Like, it's surprising that she was chasing it and came back. Then they set out on the expedition and they gathered around the campfire and had a whole campfire song and dance and ate and climbed up the next morning, and he was still fine. Because we saw, like, he was in the bird's mouth when it showed up and she was about to feed the baby bird. So miraculous timing.
You know what we call that?
Plot armor.
Armor.
To be fair, he was wearing armor, so could have been hard to digest. Maybe she swallowed him whole and was digesting the Beskar and stomach acid or something. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up, but it's fun.
I don't think Beskar gets digested.
Yeah, I don't either, especially after Boba Fett was in the Sarlacc pit for that long.
Yeah. All right, so it's verifiably true. Beskar cannot be dissolved by stomach acid.
It has to be melted in the blue flames.
Yeah. So, I mean, for being such a short episode, like, I think the second episode's still my favorite. But this one was action-packed. It was a fun side mission that developed the plot. Like, I don't even think you could really qualify it as a side mission, but it's not particularly pertaining to Mandalore and the Mythosaur. So I would accept the argument that it is. But like, this just furthered the show in a direction that we all want to go. So if they're going to do 33-minute long episodes, which I would prefer they don't, but if they do and they're this good, I'm game.
It was a good way for Bo-Katan and Din Djarin to bond with the other Mandalorians, because they just kind of showed up last episode and they accepted them because they bathe in the living water, but they accepted them because they're required to by the creed. They didn't necessarily accept them like in their hearts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But kind of like a family member, like someone you really care about. But now that they did that, they risked their lives to save Paz Vizsla's son, then they're truly accepted.
Which we've had a lot of Vizslas. I'm just confused why they settled on freaking Ragnar as the name for Paz's son. I'm like, dude, you could have come up with anything else.
That sounds like a name out of Vinland Saga that Miko Jonigly have been watching. Like a Viking name.
I just had to reality dawn on me. We're halfway through the freaking season, man.
Yeah.
It's a bummer. But we get we still have a Bryce Dallas Howard directed episode upcoming. My Queen. And Dave Filoni's involved in a couple of them. Yay. This has just been, I think last week's episode was just like a buzzkill. But I think it's been a good return for this show. I think they just had too long of a layoff. That it's like the hype kind of died down. Like, obviously we would keep the hype going until the end of time, but
yeah.
I'm vibing. I'm really excited to see how these next 4 episodes go and how Bo-Katan's obsession with the Mythosaur takes her hopefully back to the top with Daddy Din at her side.
Yeah, I'm really hoping to see the Mythosaur by the end of the season being mounted and road ridden. Which one is it?
I would say mounted and ridden. I have actually no idea.
I'll do you one better. Mountain and maneuvered by a Mandalorian. Triple M.
Of course.
That's hot. And then I don't know, because we agree that Den sucks with a Darksaber, so it would be more ideal for him to give that to Bo-Katan and he rides the Mythosaur. But I don't know. Maybe Bo-Katan does end up getting the Darksaber and the Mythosaur and she rules, and then Den just does his own thing with Grogu.
Well, I'm wondering if the Mythosaur was awoken by the presence of the rightful leader of Mandalore. And so that could very well be Din Djarin.
Could be, yeah.
So I hope that they don't wind up fighting, because I don't want one of them to kill each other. So I enjoy their dynamic and
same
everything that's really going on in this show right now, except the New Republic crap.
Yeah, I think it would be a mistake to have them kill the other.
Yeah.
Which, if they did get in a fight and one had to die, I'm assuming Din would kill Bo-Katan, which I know would absolutely devastate you. But I think a better way to separate them is just have them get in a disagreement or an argument and go their separate ways, and they can always reconvene in the future.
Yeah. I don't think there's any way they kill off the Mandalorian.
Yeah, he's the title character. But you never know.
You never know.
That's the fun part.
I don't know if we've seen Pedro Pascal's face this season, have we?
I don't think so. I don't think we've
Interesting.
seen his face since the end of season 2.
Because he's walking the way.
Mhm.
Whatever. Cult. Well, that's all I got. It was a short episode. I'm going to read more about Kelleran Beck when I wake up from my hibernation, which is going to hit different. But you got anything else you want to talk about from this episode?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Well, if you're still watching and you enjoyed it, hit that like button like we said earlier. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any and all of our uploads. Join our Discord. The link's in the description below, where you can talk about all things Mandalorian, all things Star Wars with us. Get all the latest Raggedy Pack updates over there. Our Patreon account will have a full-length reaction of this up very shortly after this. And we have links to our social medias, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram. All that stuff down below. And we will see you guys next week for episode 5.
See ya.